Yo guys, what's up? Safe here bringing you another video out of LP2 Ares. So I'm starting something a little different here for the Clan War. So my first episode was some attacks that we did that I really enjoyed and kind of gave you guys some insight into how the war was going. And what I want to try and do, instead of doing an episode 2 where I show you kind of some more of our attacks towards the end of the Clan War, I want to show you some of the worst attacks from the Clan War from the opposing team, in particular this Clan War, because we won by such a big margin. If you watched the previous video, episode 1, we were dominating like 46 to maybe 4, something like that whenever I finished the episode, so we were absolutely dominating. So in this case, episode 2, in my opinion, should be defensive replays. So if it's a very close Clan War towards the end, last battle type stuff going down, then episode 2 would probably be revolved around that. But since this was not a close Clan War, I want to make this more of a, like, this is what you don't do in an attack type of video. So this guy used 3 giants to activate my heroes. That's our first don't for the day. Do not use giants to activate heroes unless absolute necessary, which I don't see why it would be ever necessary. He could have used 1 hog, so he used 3 giants instead, and that took 15 housing space out of his army camp just to activate my heroes, which my heroes aren't very, they're not buried very deep in this base, so I'm really confused as to why he did that. But nonetheless, he does get them activated and does take them out up top over here, which I guess served its purpose to an extent, but as you'll see here in a minute, he's going to drop all of his troops together in one bunch. I wouldn't recommend that either, and then as you can see, he didn't get the clan castle, so that really didn't, you know, I don't know what he was thinking as using giants to activate the heroes. He had to use another lightning spell to get rid of some of the skeletons that were down at the bottom. It's just not making much sense. So here he drops a jump spell, and his giants jump over and they get into this compartment, which he could have just done using some wall breakers and saved himself a spell and used maybe something different, a free spell, to freeze the Infernos and Expos, which are all tight together, so I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that anyway. But yeah, so he loses them, and then he's going to drop his king down here and a bunch of wizards and archers, and he's got his queen over here with a couple wizards. This is kind of the meat of, I guess, the meat of his attack. I'm not really sure. It just doesn't seem like he had a plan here, so I have no idea really even how to commentate properly on this defensive replay. I just don't understand. And then he dropped a rage spell there towards the end for nothing. So 31%, and if you look at his army composition, 22 giants and 20 wizards, that is a lot of elixir wasted for 31%, and then on top of that, I'm just not really sure, based on the army composition, what he was trying to accomplish. I mean, I just don't understand. Anyway, so I guess one of the don'ts there is don't bunch your troops up. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, have a plan. If you're going to attack in a clan war, you need to have a plan before you attack. That's just ridiculous. And then rule number 3, don't use giants to activate your heroes. Speaking of rule number 3, here he's using a giant to activate the king. Unbelievable. Here's the queen. You can see they're not deep in the base at all. Not at all. You could easily use a barbarian here to activate them. And what is he going to do? Of course, he's going to drop a giant to activate the queen. It's just mind-blowing. So I'm not sure at all why he did that. But nonetheless, he did it. So here some time passes by, nothing's happening. You're just kind of wondering what he's going to do. He's going to take him out to the corner and beat him up. Well, no, he's going to drop a heal spell and drop all of his troops in a bunch. So what was rule number 1? Don't drop your troops all in a bunch. Well, why, Safe? Boom. That's why. Look at all these ghosts. All these ghost wizards that are just dead because of 1 giant bomb, because he decided, he thought it was a good idea to drop all of his troops in a bunch. Now, you're thinking I'm being harsh, but couldn't you just watch the replay from earlier, his friend getting attacked? He's going to drop all of his giants in there. Now, here's the other problem. A dragon is coming out of the clan castle. Giants can't hurt a dragon, and that lightning spell is not going to hurt a dragon. So, in essence, he's done. Just like that. you gotta pull out the clan castle and you gotta see what's in the clan castle so you can figure out if you're able to take care of it or not. This giant just smoked the queen like nothing. And as you can see, the entire base is still intact, and there's one compartment that is pretty much run over, and that's it. So 13%, 22 max giants, 27 max wizards. Again, the army composition doesn't make any sense. In the way he dispersed his army, it makes even less sense. I can see that army composition to some extent, but really on this base, I'm just not sure. I don't see that being successful anyway. Even if you deployed them properly. So, big fail there. Another takeaway would be, activate the clan castle and see what's in there, just in case you pull a dragon, so you can get that taken care of. We've got our last defensive replay here. I'll show you one more. This is another LP2 Ares member. The last one was Leo. This one is D-Train. So here is the rule number 3, don't bunch up your troops. And he's going to bunch up his golems. And as if they weren't bunched up before, now they are definitely bunched up. They're both in this inner enclosure. And he's going to drop his main attacking force of witches. And they are all, guess what? Gonna go to the middle? Well, not really. Here are these guys, these witches on the right. There's 5 or 6 witches on the right that just decide, wow, more than that. There's more like 7 or 8 that decide they're going to take off to the right and not look back. Which is not going to help him. All of his troops are bunched up, so, well, what does that mean? You say, well, say that's not a big deal, he's got a bunch of witches. And we see these wizard towers, right? We see those, and those are going to cause a problem. So are all the witches going to go down? Well, no, not yet, but look at their health. They're all half dead already. And then guess what's sitting over here? An Inferno, and oh, look. a giant mortar, a max level mortar. Are those skeletons going to stand a chance? So all the witches are going down, and here comes the last mortar ball. Boom. Drains those skeletons right there, all those dead skeletons there. Those witches are going to go down pretty easily. And then you have some troops left over here down at the bottom, and they're not going to last much longer than this. The splash damage is going to ruin him, as well as that Inferno and these 2 Expos that are firing on him. There's just no chance. So he drops his clan castle. He's got a dragon in there and some witches. Or, I'm sorry, not some witches, some wizards. It's not really going to do him any good. Don't even know why he wasted his time. I guess he thought he was going to try and get 50%, and he would actually get kind of close. The king takes a giant bomb there, and is taking a ton of damage. Another giant bomb, and he goes down. The queen is still alive, and she's level 14. So he gets to 47% there between the queen and this archer and wizard down here. So it looks like he might be able to eke out that 50%. The queen goes down right before she can get that army camp, which was incredible, and then the wizard gets shot. So 48%, 2 max golems, and 14 max witches. So that's what happens when you just have a poorly planned attack. You don't spread out your troops. You don't use them wisely. So I hope some of these attacks have shed some light on what you guys should not be doing in your attacks. Definitely go in and have a plan. So just to review some of the rules, pull out the heroes and the clan castle troops and get them taken care of from the beginning, because you never know when you're going to have a dragon pop out and ruin your day. Number 2, don't use giants to activate the heroes of clan castle unless you absolutely have to, which I excuse me, I don't really see a need for that to happen. That's ridiculous. I'm like smacking my fist together. I'm like so annoyed that they did that. Rule number, what are we on? 3? Don't bunch your troops up. 1 giant bomb and all that dude's wizards gone. I mean, how much elixir was that in the matter of 2 seconds that got lost? I mean, it's just crazy. So, and rule number 4, and I might have already said this, I don't even know. Go into your attacks with plans, guys. Have a plan for how you want to attack, scout out the base, and go in there and execute. So I hope this helps you guys out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon. Laters.